We are looking for more space as well at the moment.
How much more space?
Well, look, let me, while we've got 2 minutes. It's my desk. We are loaded up.
Dang.
We had £1,000 day on Saturday. There's Pete. Say hello, Pete. I know. Our best ever week. We had what's that in dollars? Probably an $1,800 weekend and a $1,200 Saturday. So best single day and best weekend so far.
Do you know why that's happening?
Yes. More listings.
Hey, there we go.
Dead simple. We were like floundering along doing 10 listings a day. Now we're doing nearly 30 a day.
Good work. Good work.
And we've only just started. Yeah, so
good job.
We're getting, it's exciting actually. Yeah, it's cool. Thanks to you guys, a lot of it,
No, it's all you, right? You're doing all the work, right? Just keep on pushing, right? The more you can the more you can list, the more you make. It's hard to get that message across, but it's so true all the time.
I was like that for like a year and a half. I thought, more listings, and then I started doing it. Boom, sales have started to jump.
Definitely.
So yeah, now I believe you.
Let's even kind of go through like first I want to see why everybody's business is, and let's start jumping into that. And then Phil, what are you doing with your excess? I think that's kind of interesting. I know we talked about it before. It should be helpful for other people as well.
The excess stock that we don't sell on eBay.
Correct.
Yeah. It's right here on these new shelves we're putting up.
Mm-hmm.
So all the items below £20.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that? $26 is going on whole walls of shelving. And then we're going to open up to the public, and we're going to do, we're going to have discount days. So everything on the shelf is $10 today. Then it's next day it's $7, then it's $5, and then it's $3. And I molded it on, I think it was something you guys mentioned, a business called Casboys.
Yep.
And those guys rock. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And I'm going to try and follow that model over the next 6 months. So all the small stuff, and then we'll throw some really good stuff in there on $10 a day. Mm-hmm. So somebody gets, a $60 item for $10, and they tell all their friends, and they all come, and so everyone gets a bargain. And all these things have cost me next to nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. For anyone listening as well, take other business models that are working really well, and you can just copy them, especially in the resale niche. It makes it super helpful to then just copy that business model. You can start scaling that, because if it works for somebody else at a larger scale, you can just take it and then use that for you each time.
Yeah, I think Casboys now have got 5 outlets in 4 or 5 states now, I think.
Yep. We're picking up hundreds of probably about a couple $1,000s worth of products with them from each day, right? Just going through eBay and picking them up. They were doing volume, the amount of volume they do, and it's all Amazon returns.
Yeah, so you're doing their listings for them, a lot of them, I guess. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. It's Amazon returns, and we're at capacity. I'm looking for a new warehouse, so we've got more space, one that we can open up to the public, like Casboys do, have the big bins there.
Yep.
And $12 a day, $5 Friday, whatever we call it, in pounds, obviously. £5 Friday, £6 Saturday, whatever it is. Well, and we'll social media, do a bit of a build up over the next few weeks, start to tell people what we're doing, get people excited. But because of lockdown, we can't officially open.
So it's more like here and there. Understand.
Preparation time, right, for us.
Definitely. Cool, man. Good work. Again, first $1,000 day. That's exciting. And just keep pushing. You get those all the time, and it's gonna be really nice.
Well, I was talking to Pete today. The plan is by the end of this month is to hopefully, or be very close to having our second person on board. So then we can get up to 70 plus per day.
Definitely.
And that's a game changer. Then once we get close to 100, it's a big game changer.
Cool, man. Good work. Robert,
Cool. Thank you.
Definitely. Robert, I'm talking to you now. Let's go. What's your business model? Tell everybody what you're working on right now. Any plans? Any good sale day?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Well, for me, I sell everything that gives me profit. I'm part-time. I don't, I, al- I do almost 20 to 25 hours a week only, plus the time that I have to shipping. I'm shipping every day. Um, I started a couple of years ago, just a side also because I'm a stay-home dad. So yeah, so it was kind of just to bring extra money, and it became my job now. Like I have the kids now part-time at daycare. eBay is paying for it, and that's awesome. It gives me time for myself because I understood how difficult it is for me. So my business model, I was just doing a little bit here and there, but it was I last year I came I had too much stuff. I had too much stuff from friends and family for free, so it was so overwhelming, and I couldn't list that much stuff. I did a garage sale to get rid of stuff, and I kept the things that were better, and I started listing, and then I bumped into Tyler in one conversation, and I started listing with Hammoq, and I for a couple of months, I think, and then I stopped eBay for a while. Like I was not listing, but then I'm coming back with. So yeah, it's been great. It's been great. The more list, the more I list, the more I sell. So it's awesome.
And then any bottlenecks right now in your business?
Well, I spend my background. I'm a business manager, so I was trying to learn process from other sellers and try to take the best for my own business because I don't have a lot of time. So I have to research and try to take the stuff that is not I already have. So I don't want to buy more stuff. So I'm not searching for a while. So I already have enough to keep listing.
Yeah.
At least a couple of thousand items that I have to list.
Dang.
So in clothing, I have good amount, and you're helping me with that part. And I'm taking. I have like 5,000 CDs to to go through. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking pictures of CDs, but they sell.
Nice.
So
They do sell.
I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Not a lot of people pick them up either, especially if they're cheap enough.
Yeah.
Like, where are you getting your items from?
Well, I buy whole collections. I don't go if I can go to thrift stores, but normally they're already picked. So I got 3,000 CDs in mint condition from a person that was moving, and they were amazing. Even one CD it's super rare, so that's really awesome. I wanted to keep it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it for sale.
Get rid of it.
So
Yeah,
it's like
exactly. There's
all-
always more.
Yep, it's good money. So yeah, I got my money back with CDs right away. Like I sold one for $160. That was
Nice.
awesome.
Damn.
And then I sold from 40, 50, $60 CDs, super rare. So yeah, I'm working on them.
Nice, man. Keep it up. Keep it up.
In different platforms. Yeah.
Is the more you can push out, the better. And especially even if you can get on Amazon, if you're unlocked on Amazon for media, media does work on Amazon pretty dang well. You can just cross-list it over from your eBay platform to your Amazon platform. It's kind of a nice, not many people do eBay to Amazon in terms of like cross-listing. So there's some good margin to be made on top of that in the Amazon platform too.
I haven't even step on Amazon. I haven't even learned how to do it. So that's I think my next goal would be go to Amazon, on Amazon.
Yeah, 100%. Honestly, probably even next week we'll probably do a video, guys, on Amazon. Any questions you have, everybody has on Amazon, we can start going over those things. Because Amazon is a great platform, especially we see a lot of people that are on eBay that are on Amazon. Amazon's just a powerhouse. Even doing like fulfilled by merch on Amazon is still still powerful.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
I will try.
Definitely. Nina, you there?
Yeah, I am.
Cool. How's your business going right now?
It's going okay. It's not the best, but it's kind of like a roller coaster, I feel like.
Okay. Why?
I don't know, like eBay was doing really well, and then my margins are still up, but my 7-day weekly, like I dropped really bad.
Okay.
But then and I've been listing, so I don't know what the problem is. So maybe I have a lot of sweaters. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, the season's about to pass.
Yeah, the last 2 pellets I got were sweaters and they sold, but I think I have a little bit too much. So I'm trying to go through, I don't have a lot of unlisted stuff, so I'm trying to get through that before I start buying inventory again. I typically do pallets, so I think that's how I got stuck with sweaters.
Yeah. And where are you getting your pallets from?
I got them from B Stock. Right now, I normally do Nordstrom Rack, but I'm trying to change it up a little bit because I feel like it's getting oversaturated because every seller is getting them.
Yep.
So I've been looking at different places, but it just doesn't make sense. Like B&G Trading, for example, like it's knowing how much I got at B Stock, like it's really hard for me to pay them, or like other, I think there's like Via Trading and Fox Liquidation and whatnot. So I'm just trying to figure out like what to do when the time comes for my next inventory buy.
Yes. The best way, like I usually think about it, is try to like think differently than everybody else, right? So you talk about everybody's going to liquidation. It's like a main source. Think of if anybody has anything left over. That's a great way to do it. I know we won't dive into names or anything, but one person goes to thrift shops or thrift shops, consignment stores, all these different locations, and then grabs their leftover merchandise that they're just trying to get rid of, especially consignment stores. So you can always reach out to consignment stores and say, hey, anything that's over that 90-day period that you want gone, we'll pick it up, right? And you can just grab that inventory, and it's supposed to be cheap too. So if any other different ways you can think about how to like get the inventory, that's going to be kind of the best way to really maximize that profit.
I'm lucky enough that I live in Arizona, and we do have a lot of thrift stores, consignment stores, and we have Last Chance, the Nordstrom Rack clearance. And the reason I started doing pallets because I wanted to get more work done and less thrifting and looking.
Yep.
So now I'm like, oh, it's like I went to a thrift store a couple of times and I just walked out. I'm like, I don't have the patience for this. Yep. So I need to get back where I started. Yeah, and I also do pop-up parties at my house, and that was a huge part of not a huge part, but that was, a nice chunk of income. But since COVID, that kind of stopped. And that's where the pallets helped me. I would get, because my friends or whoever came, they didn't care about name brands as long as it's cute. Yep. So I was able to get rid of those, like fillers that they put in pallets. So hopefully this whole COVID thing's going to be done soon, so I can have parties again.
Do you call it pop-up parties?
Yeah, pop-up parties. So I used to do them every quarter at my house. And the first time I did it, I broke even because I had to buy racks and everything. So I transformed my entire house into a boutique. And so I would have 10 to 12 friends come over, and it started getting super big. So people would bring somebody and whatnot. So I would do about 2,000 during that one day and just basically cash.
Nice.
Do Venmo. But I'm actually planning, I'm going to Utah in June, in Moab. I used to live there for a few years. Small town. They don't really have a lot of like shopping except boutiques that are targeted to tourists and out of towners. So I'm throwing a 2-day pop-up party there. So I'm hopefully that'll go well, and I can just do, like I can be a traveling showman.
No, that's awesome though, in terms of like how you're getting rid of the excess product and then bringing another stream. Like not a lot of people do that, or they stick to that one stream, and especially with the cash too, there's no fees and it's obviously it's cash. So you can do whatever you want with it.
And I like it because I think it gets a little bit old, like buying, listing, measuring, photographing, and I need that creative outlet. So that's what keeps me going. And plus the extra money doesn't help, it's not too bad either.
Have you ever thought about doing like a kind of like a more consistent pop-up shop in terms of like every weekend, or find a space that you can just rent out for the weekend to do that pop-up shop?
I did. And when I was doing it at my house, I wanted to build the base and kind of word of mouth, because it didn't make sense renting something and not, nobody knowing about it. And it was going so well. My last one was really great. I feel like I didn't really sell that many items, but I made much more money than before. But it was really great. And it's just COVID happened. So I don't feel comfortable having people, and a lot of people don't want to come in a small space with other people. But it was really nice because I would literally provide, maybe it was the alcohol that I provided. Maybe that's what encouraged the shopping. But I would provide champagne and snacks, and people just
100%.
kind of like hang out and shop and try things on. And, they would buy stuff and sit down, chit chat. And like, you know what, I'm going to try more stuff. So maybe the champagne helped. I don't know.
It always does, right? Like, especially in those high-end stores too, they try to feed you champagne, so you splurge.
Yeah. So once things, kind of calm down, I'm going to do that again. And that's where the pallets were awesome, because I would give people brand new items at a fraction of a price. And so it worked out really well.
Very cool. And then I would say I disagree with like going back to the thrifting model. I try to get a lot of people off that. Figure out a way you can get the product to you, because it makes it so much easier. But then think how you can get it differently than anybody else. That's going to be your game changer. If you focus on that sourcing, especially your margins start increasing dramatically, it's a great way to really increase your cash flow, especially your profit.
Yeah, because I just want things. I want things fast. I feel like going through thrift stores, time is money. And I wasted so much time, because by the time I'm done thrifting, I don't want to list anymore. I'm tired. So having things come to me is just easier. And, I get up in the morning, I start listing, that's it.
Yeah, a good model that we see other resellers do is they put a box out for those consignment stores that have the leftover stuff. Or we have one client, we won't name names, but like they do, they get product from, they like box up product as like a donation. And then they can get that shipped out to them, right? So instead of like people fill up that box, they pay per item in that box. And then they get it shipped to them. They pay for the labels. Sure, the labels might cost a bit, but you're getting the product at 10 cents on the dollar, which you normally would get from liquidation or some like pallet size stuff. And they're making the margins on there are incredible.
Good. Yeah, I'll check. I'll look into that.
Cool. Cheryl, how are you doing today? Thanks, Nina.
I'm good, Ty. How are you?
Good. How's your business going?
It's doing much better since I started the February challenge.
Nice. Yeah. If anybody doesn't know, we partnered up with Side Hustle Network, and we did a February listing challenge. So, Cheryl, how's that going, and like why has it helped out?
I'm consistently listing every day, even if it's just the 3 item minimum. I actually consistently listed every single day last week, and I've never done that in the year and a half that I've been on eBay.
Yeah. Has it boosted your sales?
I am seeing more steady sales starting to come back again, but I have 2 stores, and my one store just went to managed payments. So I think that there was a little bit of a delay in getting everything switched over. I have had a sale, and I have had a payout to my bank. So everything is now working properly, and I'm expecting that to increase.
Nice. And then what kind of bottlenecks do you have in your business right now?
I think mine is just, consistency in getting in, coming into the office and staying focused on what the task is for that time and folding the items.
Yeah.
because I fold everything before, and then I take pictures, I take measurements, all that stuff is together. The item is folded and numbered, and then it goes into a basket to go in my inventory system. Then I can upload all of those pictures to Hammock and get them to do my drafts for me. I started doing this past week a little a wipe off board kind of thing with notes, that if it's, because I have my daughter doing some listings for me, and she gave me some feedback that the Hammock team necessarily didn't know how to convey to me, I don't think. And she was saying how difficult some of the things were to see what I was seeing, because I actually saw the piece, so that she couldn't see some of these things when we talked about them in the photos. So I'm making little notes and then taking a picture of that they're not uploading into the thing, but then I don't have to also type it into the app either. So
yeah, understandable. And in terms of like how you sourcing your product?
Pretty much everything that I have sourced has either been through thrift stores or Facebook Marketplace kind of things. I did some estate sales as well, where I ran a couple of estate sales. And so I have a lot of inventory that I got from those. And now I'm trying to get it all, like I have all my listed inventory organized. And I'm considering pulling all of my unlisted stuff out of the room and throwing it into the shed in batches where I've already had it organized, but bring one in at a time, and then I'm putting everything in that room will be listed. I think maybe that will make me less crazy.
And then when you try to like list, this is like super helpful, at least when we're trying to do it, is like batch what you're doing, because when people start doing other things, it gets confusing, right? And then the time delay. Perfect.
So yeah, I started organizing everything that's unlisted by type. So say Ben's button downs or whatever it is. And then I take that group of pictures together, and then that goes on. So it makes it easier for me. It makes it easier for Hammock. And I think it boosts the algorithms through eBay as well, because then they're seeing a whole group of the same item get put on at the same time. And it kind of helps eBay's algorithms know, hey, send this out to the people, I think.
Definitely. And then what's your game plan? Where are you trying to be in next year with your business?
My goal is more like right now is more say June to hit $2,500 to $5,000 a month. I have not been consistent enough to have I want to get that to that 10 items a day sales at the $10, and I haven't gotten there yet. So that's kind of where I'm headed to next.
And then $10 a profit, or would it be actual revenue?
Well, just like Chris talks about, the $10 profit.
Yep.
So that it's $100 profit a day for the week.
And then do you have anybody to help out in terms of like getting your bottleneck? So like getting consistency, would you ever bring somebody on to help do those photos?
I've been considering that. The photos is the thing that I actually like to do. But it's just like we're planning a trip to Yosemite, so I'm kind of, my mind's off and planning that trip and things like that. And then there was just a lot of just stuff that happened here recently over the last month that kind of threw me off my game, but I seem to be getting back since we started the February challenge. I'm getting back on that. Like I'll get up in the morning and I've got listings that I've sent or to Hammock, and then I've got listings I've done myself. So I do those drafts for both stores first thing in the morning. And then I'll go to taking pictures, and then I'll go to uploading the photos so that Hammoq can do them. And but I do the minimum first thing in the morning so that I know that I've got at least the 3 done for each store. And then work my way backwards.
Nice. And then we've been thinking about doing our own like February or our own like listing challenge. Would you want to have that thing, like want to have something similar done within like the next months as well?
Oh yeah, this has been huge for me. And I don't know if it's the threat of getting kicked out of the group. But yeah, it's really helped me get that momentum going. And I really would like to see that continue. And I like being able to see that, you know, hey, we're all kind of fighting the uphill battle together and, you know, seeing people's numbers pop up. And I don't feel threatened by people that are doing more than I am either. It's just kind of a camaraderie, family type feeling.
Definitely. Yeah. Don't worry about anybody else's numbers, right? Just focus on what you're doing. Awesome. Thank you for your time, Cheryl.
Thanks, Ty.
Awesome. Who is next? Who am I going to pick on next?
I have a question, Ty.
Shoot, Robert.
I signed up for that and I didn't get any message or anything. I've been listing anyway. That's the plan, but
for the February challenge, do you sign up for the February challenge?
Yep.
Okay. Are you in that Facebook group?
I mean, I'm not.
Okay.
I didn't get any confirmation or anything. That's why I didn't know what to do.
We don't have admin on that Facebook group, so next one will definitely get you in, and we'll still give you that $25 credit then, and we'll just talk to Chaz about it. So sorry about that, man.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yeah, 100%. Dimitri, you there? You're on mute, by the way.
Hey, Ty, it's Tatiana. He can't talk.
What's up, Tatiana?
I'll talk instead of him.
Okay, cool.
He's at work. He's listening, but he can't talk.
Cool.
I'm at the office.
How y'all doing today?
We're doing good. Thanks to you guys. We're actually able to list between 40 to 50 items a day, and I'm trying to get to 100. We actually reached out to your guys to do cross postings through you starting in March. We're going to be gone for a week at the end of February, so we figured it wasn't going to be effective because right now I'm doing drafts and taking pictures during the day, and then I'm cross posting to Mercari and Poshmark at night. So it's taking like all of my evening, and I'm not getting any downtime.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get that downtime back, which was the whole point for me doing this business full time, so that I have more free time.
Yeah, 100%. With that, make sure I would even recommend the delisting as well. The team will have you set it up, and it's super helpful. Like our whole goal is to get you some time back, so I'd recommend the delisting too. Again, it's up to you on that side.
Okay, and we just got our first Amazon pallet last 2 weeks ago, I think.
Congrats.
And I've listed quite a few things, and we've sold a lot, and our sales per item price went up because of that.
Nice.
So we're still trying to figure that out, like testing products, because we've had quite a few things that, you know, we opened and they looked new, but people, when we sent it, we didn't actually look too closely because they were sealed and everything. People reached out and said, well, this looks used, you know, so then you're issuing returns, and I want to try to avoid that. But we since then ordered another pallet from them, and we actually ordered a toy pallet yesterday too, trying to branch out to different things, because I've got the whole clothing thing down pretty good because I've been doing that part-time for a while. I just, you know, I'm learning more about hard goods. Because I think that's what's going to bring our cost per item up, or not cost per item, but how much we're selling the items for.
Price.
Yeah, I think that will help me get where I want to get.
Can I jump in here and I jump in and help here?
Yeah.
Talk with Phil.
We're over in the UK. We had the same problem when we got our first couple of pallets, and we quickly learned you have to open everything and check everything, because we had high returns And I was like, why are we getting these returns? And then I'm like, okay, we need to check these items more closely. Just plugging something in to make sure it works might mean that it works, but maybe there's another part of it that's missing. Or so now we check everything, we grade everything. I mean, we have like $100 trash cans, high quality, and they've got maybe some dents in them from shipping. So we put that in the item condition. We show pictures of where the dents are, and guess what? People still buy them because we've been upfront that we've told them where the dents are. We've told them that, with maybe a set of tools that one of the screwdrivers may be missing, and people are fine. You just, you sell it for $10 cheaper, and people will buy it.
That makes sense.
It's time consuming at first.
I feel like the problem with those pallets is the shipping costs too, because we're in Minnesota, so everything that comes to us, we're paying $400. So we found, somebody was asking about where we got the pallets from. The last one was from liquidation, these two as well, but we found a couple of local people recently that I feel like they buy truckloads, and then they sell pallets on Facebook Marketplace. So you might want to check your Facebook Marketplace and just type in liquidation pallets or pallets, whatever wording you need to do. People will sell like Target. We found Target, Costco, Dollar General, and Amazon. And actually Dollar General was quite surprisingly a good pallet. They're not high priced items, but they're good items that you can kind of make a quick profit. And I know Chris talks about replenishables a lot. There was quite a few things. There was a lot of Christmas, which, I need to do some kind of a garage sale because I feel like I have a Christmas shop right now. But there was a lot of things that are like $10, $20 items that are more like replenishables. You list one, and then, you put 5, 6 of them on, and pictures are really easy to take as well. It took me like half an hour this morning, and I took like 20 photos because they're all packaged really nicely. So.
Nice. And then I would even say look on B-Stock Amazon as well. I think Phil switched to that in terms of getting a better product, because what these wholesalers are doing, they're basically buying truckloads, taking some of the best stuff off the top, and then selling the rest out. It's kind of like what we see that a lot with that business model. So if you go directly to Amazon, you can have a higher buy, and even I would say run a VA. You can ask one of our team to do it as well. Run a VA through the pallets, and then have them price it out too. That's a way that it's a good hack. Because I used to buy at the government auctions, and you see a lot of people bid based on the retail price. But if you actually dive deep and you actually price based on the marketplace that you're going to sell it on, you can see which pallets have better margin. You can buy on those margin as well.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
That makes sense.
We were buying from a local wholesaler at first, pallet by pallet, and we were paying 20%, let's say, but 20% of retail. Now we buy B-Stock by the truckload, 24 pallets on each one, and we're getting those products for, not including sales tax, 12%. So we're saving 8% every time, and that's a lot.
How do you pay for shipping on those, Phil? Or what do they charge?
B-Stock organize it all. So I go to the auction on B-Stock. I bid on a lot. I win it. I've got to pay by bank transfer within 2 days, and then 2 days later they contact me asking me where I'd like to ship it, and they add on £600 anywhere in the UK. So it's a fixed. No, sorry, 500 anywhere in the UK.
Okay.
So what's 500? $620 anywhere in the UK for 24 pallets. I think per pallet, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And they deliver it straight to us.
We pay about $500 to ship a liquidation pallet from Indiana to Minnesota, and that's a lot because then you add that to like 400, 500 you're paying per lot, and then it increases your cost per item quite a bit.
That's huge. That's a huge expense. Wow.
Yeah. So right here, this B-Stock, this is the Amazon B-Stock. If you get approved, make sure you have a reseller's license. That's all you need in the US to get approved. You can get a resell. Honestly, everybody here should have a reseller's license either way. It gets rid of tax that when you buy items from. You can go to your local sites. It's called a TPT license in Arizona, a tax privilege license. Look up how your state has tax privilege license, and it's a very it's kind of quintessential for resellers. But yeah, so here's that B stock, Amazon B stock. They sell a lot of items through here, and it's pretty dang good.
I just feel the investments on B stock. I've looked at that, and I have access to all of them now because I signed up for everything. I feel like the investment up front is so large compared to, the other ones, and then you get so much more, and I'm concerned that I won't be able to go through all of that quickly enough.
Definitely. I would even say, see if you can find somebody else in your location or your region that's willing to do half a truckload if they're going to be a truckload. I know they sell partial pallets or like partial truckloads, 1 pallet, 5 pallets. You can see here. They do sell like different size pallets and different size truckloads. See if you can find somebody in your neighborhood, right, that's interested in taking half a truckload. Then you guys can get it dirt cheap because no one else is going to buy it like that. Just a thought, though.
Okay. That's a good idea. Thank you.
Hey, Tatiana, question for you. This is Sid I'm from Hammock as well, for anyone that doesn't know me.
Yes, hi.
Hi. So you said you're going on vacation in March, right?
No, at the end of February.
February, sorry. Okay. What's your what do you do with your business at that time? How do you run your business?
I still leave it open. I don't close any of I'm on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. I don't close everything. I just delay shipping typically. This time around, my son, who is 15, volunteered to ship for me. So he's done it with us. So he's watched us. He'll help. But what I'm doing in terms of Hammock, I'm just taking more pictures now. I'm uploading more during the weeks prior to vacation. So I'm giving them more things to draft ahead of time. So then I'll have listings that I can do every day. So I'll have drafts because I learned I can do it right on my phone, and it's so quickly, and it's actually a lot easier for me and quicker for me to do it on my phone, I noticed, because I'm not being so focused on the little details that are not as important.
Gotcha. Yeah, we have a customer, Mateo. He went on a 3-week vacation to Moab recently, and what he did was interesting. So he sent the team a message saying hey, here's all the listings I want done, but I want 25 done a day. And so and then he found somebody else to actually go ahead and do the shipping from home from him, right? Because the shipping still becomes a problem, but he's figured out a way to get the vacation in while still making money.
Yeah, and this is only for a week, and we were thinking to do a little kind of a sourcing vacation too, because it's going to be in a different part of the country, just to see what they have out there. And I actually we're going to Florida and actually found a liquidator down there.
Oh, nice.
They will actually ship pallets for you, and they will not necessarily through UPS. They'll find a different kind of shipping that's the cheapest, and we might check them out because sometimes you can go into their warehouse. I know Via does that, but they're out in California. You can go see what they have.
Yep. And then I think with B-Stock, I was going to ask, so there's also B-Stock outside of Amazon. There's Nordstrom, all these guys that have B-Stock. So I don't know if you guys have seen that. So there's Nordstrom has a B-Stock, Macy's has a B-Stock, and they tend to have per se's and all these things. But the issue is I was looking at B-Stock yesterday. I think there was a Nordstrom box on sale for it was on bid for $4,600, and the retail price was about $22,000, right? So you do have to put the money up front, but those are, I think, what Ty was saying, if you're able to split that with someone, those boxes are really good to get if you can find somebody else to split that with, or get in higher quantities eventually.
Yeah, I was looking at Zulily stuff, because that's kind of stuff that I currently sell, and they're not as expensive, but it's still a lot of pieces at once. And I personally don't know anybody locally that does. I know a lot of resellers locally, because when things were live, when you could meet, we would do the coffee shops or whatever. So I do know a lot of people, but most of them do Poshmark, and most of them do just the Goodwill outlet type of shopping. Nobody I know does the pallets here. Maybe somebody does. I just don't know those people.
I'm from Minnesota too.
Huh?
I'm from Minnesota too.
Oh, you are?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm in by the state fair.
where at?
Close to the state fair grounds.
Oh, so you're in St. Paul?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, we're in Rosemount. maybe
Oh, not that far.
Maybe one of those times if you decide to get a pallet, we can.
We'll talk about it. Why not?
Yeah.
So a hint for you guys that are one of the things that I did was I started a state reseller group. It's only for people in my state so that we can network and do exactly that. Share inventory. If any of us find something that is gonna that we can't take on ourselves, that we can pass it on to somebody else in the group or share it.
That's a great idea.
100%. Yeah, and you can always toss where you're located into the Hammock group too. People are probably going to respond if they're in that location. So just keep messaging. There's a bunch of people. We have a lot of people that are starting in that group too. More people we know, the more opportunities you definitely can get. And then I think Dimitri asked about that pricing on the B stock. We have team members that can do it. Let your VA know. Just tag me in that WhatsApp group as well. It will be an hourly cost because we don't actually do it that much. But the team knows how to start pricing those things if you do want them to do that stuff. It's kind of outside the normal realm.
Do we reach out to our regular VAs that do our listings to do that for us, or how is there a different VA?
Yeah,
I'm just curious if they're like all trained the same to do all the same things, or because I know I have two different VAs just based on how the listings are done, because I have hard goods and soft goods.
Correct. So what we do on the listing side is soft goods or apparel. We have a team that does listings that way. They're taught, like we actually have training for them on that. And then we have your hard good VAs as well. That's why you're probably seeing those two different VAs. But they're all managed by a manager. So if you have Qasim, if you have Jay, if you have Siddharth, those are all your managers that will be able to then connect and get things done. So yeah, so ask your manager. They're more than happy to then connect you with our team that can do pricing. So our team that does pricing is people that you really probably haven't talked with before, but they do all of our shop goodwill stuff, that they're getting those prices. So they're already trained on how to find those items. You might have to give them a quick little lesson or show them how you want it done, but they're more than happy to then learn and then just start doing that consistently over and over and over again.
Yeah, I've picked up a few things on shop goodwill locally where you like buy it on there, but yep. I've done it all myself, simply because the things that you guys do mostly electronics, I've noticed on your stuff, or do you do other stuff as well?
Yeah, so we just started doing electronics because it's an easy way to get going, but what we're doing with like other people is we're going to start buying at what they're looking for. So I think we did a few test runs. We did one with Shelby. She's in the call as well. She picked up a pair of shoes, or we picked up a pair of shoes for her. Basically, she wanted clothing or shoes. So we went down the shoe category and we started buying that. We're going to try to scale that out. It's still in like the very, very early phases though.
Yeah, I was looking at hard goods and the shipping. If you include the shipping into some of those, like more of the vintage or unique hard goods, like, dishes or whatever, it ends up being so expensive per piece. So unless you pick it up locally, then reselling it doesn't make any sense. Usually I'll bid and somebody outbids me and I just give up. I'm like, okay, whatever.
100%. So a good way to do online bidding at all is see what kind of margin you're looking for. So your return on investment. This is how I scaled my online business. Say like if you want 100% ROI, so for people, 100% ROI is basically double your money. You pay $10, you make $10 back. So you say, okay, I want, and Shelby, thank you, Ty. I actually photographed those boots today, 100%. So if you want 100% ROI or you want 75% ROI or whatever that may be, let the team know that, or if you even want to do it, and then space it out. So what we do on an Excel list, I'll kind of show you how we're running this side on my screen. And you guys can just copy this, right? It's really fine. So what we're doing is we're taking, this is just a copy. This is kind of teaching the team how to do it. So like these pair of shoes, we're doing the price now, the eBay sold price, and then after the fees. You want to get rid of all fees, all costs. And then we're doing shipping costs. So this is actually in Shop Goodwill or wherever you're buying from. You can put your zip code in, handling costs. And then I just double the shipping cost for eBay shipping costs. Because if they're shipping for that rate, you can probably ship for the same rate. And then you have your net cost, your net before cost of goods. And then you space it out in terms of return on investment, right? So if you want a 35% return on investment, you have to buy it for $8. If you want a 50%, you buy it for 7.2. 75% ROI, you would buy it for 6.7, and then 100% ROI, you buy for 5.4. You can also do like a minimum buy or minimum sale price. That's usually helpful as well, because I know a lot of people want a certain dollar amount, which their average sale price is. It's a good way to start scaling it out. Like this, I love online arbitrage or like buying this is because it can be automated a lot, and you can then scale this out. So it's kind of unique on what we're doing. And you can even use their photos if you want to use their photos. So you don't even have to then photograph the product online. You can just take their photographs, you can white out the background or use their photographs. So you can only you can even skip that step as well. We do the same thing for, if you guys, for Dimitri, if you guys want to do like the pallets. So what I would do is take the pallets, take all the inventory, and then price it out based on the where you're going to sell it, right? So for me, it would be Amazon, right? If you're going to sell on eBay, you price it based on that marketplace that you're going to sell it for. Don't take the retail price, because what happens a lot of like these B stock retail prices is like, if I want to liquidate my items, I can go through Amazon. I can spike my my actual retail price up dramatically, and then it will help me get more money on the back end, because Amazon will pay me, give me a certain percentage when they liquidate the item. It's an easy way to kind of fake out buyers if you are an Amazon seller, to try to get more for your items, because they're trying to shoot for as much as possible. We see that really often a lot with people trying to do that. And you can buy also, if you price this out, you can see this, like there was like foot cream, I think there was, we comped out one time, and you can buy, and there's a lot of replenishables. It'd been a great replenishable that you're making 50 to 60% ROI on those, and they sell relatively consistently too. So price everything out. It does help a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. Anyone have any questions on this stuff right now? We can kind of go over it because I had this up. It makes it easy. If not, no big deal. We can go on the next thing. Let me see what I can pick on next. Let's go, James Johnson. I know you're new. You came through the February listing challenge, right? Kind of give everybody what you're working on, if you are there.
Yeah, I came into the February listing challenge. It's pretty good. I like it.
Definitely. First off, welcome aboard, man. And can I give everybody, what are you doing? What do you sell?
Well, I sell primarily sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
I sell on Amazon as well. I sell primarily food on there, but I also sell sneakers on there as well.
Are you ungated a lot from the sneakers on Amazon?
Yeah, almost everything I'm ungated. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and I'm a pretty, I guess, average seller. Last year I did like $500,000 on Amazon.
Good work.
So Amazon customers are just different from other customers.
Yeah.
They'll buy the stuff, but then they'll return it in like 2 or 3 months later, and it may be worn, it may not, but I take the chance because you normally sell items for double the price on Amazon, so it's worth the chance. Yeah,
100%. And then for anybody, we have a lot of people that aren't on Amazon. Would you sell them to get on Amazon?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't like today. I just ran like 6 miles at the gym just because I had the time to do it. Yep. So it's all about time with me. I like spending time with my family. That's why I started doing this. I was a licensed banker in New York, and I work for a major financial institution, but I just resell now, and that's all I do. And I love the time that I have with my family. I got into the listing challenge. I already list a lot of things, but I got into it so I can learn to use a platform like Hammoq, because I know that's how all the bigger sellers do it, because you can't do everything by yourself. I can work 24 hours a day, and you can't do what the big sellers are doing. Like, how are you going to list like 10,000 or 10K on eBay? Yep. Like that, Chris, you can't do that by yourself. You need VAs to help you. So I got in this challenge just so I already list more than 3 things a day, but I got in this challenge so I can learn to use something like Hammoq, and I like it a lot.
So James, give everybody your flow of your product. I think that's kind of the interesting thing, right? So how, when you first get the product in, like where does it go first? And then with the returns, is that what you're listing?
As far as where I get my first, where, like when I
so you're putting your first products on Amazon, and then you're listing your returns on eBay, correct?
No, well, I have two separate companies. One's the Amazon business,
okay,
and then I got another business for everything else. So Amazon is his own like Godzilla. Like that's that's the Avengers. Amazon's the Avengers. I can retire with Amazon. You can sell. I think last year I may have sold like, I don't know, thousands and thousands of items. You can't do that by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it with Amazon, because I shipped in, maybe I'm going on vacation, so I shipped in a replen of 200 items that's going to be selling the entire time I'm on vacation. You can't do that with eBay. You can't ship it nowhere, because you're going to have a staff of shippers. So Amazon's totally separate. Now, when I do get an item back from Amazon, if I do FBA or if I do FBM, I am going to put it on one of the other apps like eBay or Poshmark, and I'll just liquidate it at cost. Because I was thinking the other day, you make your money when you buy the item as well.
Yep.
Because if you're buying something at $30, you can sell that anywhere. If the retail line, it's $80 to $100. So what I do is, when I do get a return back like that, it's not tons of returns, but there is some, and I'm like, oh, $30, I'm gonna lose it. But then you just liquidate it and you're happy again.
Yep.
Now when I do go to say a Nike store or something, I do see where it sells the best. So I'm going through like 3 or 4 different apps just to see where am I going to sell this item, so I can know what credit card to use.
Okay. So you can space it out then?
Right. So I use my Amazon account, or I'll use my eBay account, but eBay's everything else. Like GOAT is another app, and StockX and Poshmark. That's just my liquidator right there. But GOAT, eBay, and StockX is one sneaker company, and Amazon's the other.
I like it. And then you kind of said something that is very, very important, as you make your money in the buy, not the sell, correct?
Right. Because I don't want to get stuck with something. I'm good with all the managers, but I don't want to return, 30 pair of sneakers.
Yep.
You could do it, but I don't want to. I'd rather just liquidate it. So it's just like real estate. You make your money when you buy the house.
Yep.
Because when you buy it, you're paying, it's part of the commission. When you're selling it, but if you sell it, buy it for way under price, you're gonna make money eventually.
Yep. I like it. And then where are you getting on your everything else store? Where are you getting that product? Is it same like retail arbitrage?
Yeah, retail arbitrage. I didn't do I don't do a lot of online arbitrage yet, because I'm just cleaning up my inventory. I have a vending machine route that takes a lot of my time, that I'm basically going to get rid of, because I can do this more full time. But it's basically just walking to the store, getting the item. I used to order a lot of things. I could order a lot of things from, like Foot Locker, but their tracking system for delivering the products is really messed up. Where if you don't get your item, no one knows it, except for you, and then you have to go back and track it. It's a lot of work to order items when you walk in. You can walk into a Foot Locker. If everyone doesn't know, if something's on sale in the store, they can order it for you at the liquidated price that it's in the store, and you'll get that price. And what I did previously, and what I still do, is you can go back every day and buy another 5. So if you know you're going to sell that item, and you can buy 30 of them over a week, you're going to sell that item 30 times. And you don't have to make a new listing. You just keep the same listing and just add to it. And that's how I did a few items this year.
Are most of your products like replenishables at some sort? You have multiple quantity, or are you buying a lot of one-offs?
Not really one-off with sneakers. That's like the Nike store. I don't want to list 30 items, but now that I'm using Hammoq, I could buy one-offs. Because I don't want to list 30 items when I get home. At the Nike store, if you don't know, you can buy up to 5 items, up to 5 of the same item, up to 30 items. So I'd rather go home with 6 different items and make 6 listings than 30 different listings. But now that I use Hammoq, so what I would do now is I'm always thinking, when you're in the Nike store, you can take the picture because they have great lighting.
Yep.
Take your 4, 5, 6 pictures, send it to Hammoq. Then the next day when you get home, you'll have your 30 drafts. And it's only like, what, $1.45 each? So 30 times $1.45, like $45, you're good. You'll have 30 drafts and you're making tons of money by the end of the month.
James, I'm on the same page as you, man. Like, I'm thinking like next steps. If we can do like in a photo app or in the inside of our app, if we can like do the white backgrounds where you're outsourcing, if you can check all, this is kind of like next steps, right? If you can check all platforms of price you're selling on and then be able to photo with that location, it would change the game, right? So you can move a lot faster, and then you can even see the prices. You can even load what you're looking into. That's kind of the stuff we're thinking about. Again, we're trying to keep moving the ball. I think it would be super helpful on that side.
Mm-hmm. It would. And if you guys are going to start buying sneakers, or you may be doing it already, I always spend a little extra time looking at everything on the sneaker before I buy it, because you don't want to clean sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it, but you don't want to do it when you're about to sell the sneaker or about to pack it up and you have 5 minutes to make it before the post office closes. Mm-hmm. You don't want to have to clean the sneaker for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. So take your time, clean the sneaker, make sure the pricing's correct on it, make sure the sizes are correct in the box, and you're off and running.
We have a lot of a couple of our larger big sellers, they do used shoes that they buy like volume at, and they do clean them, but their margins are ridiculous, right? Mm-hmm. So as long as your margins are there, you can always hire somebody to do that. A good way is to find another company to then clean the shoes. If you have that much volume, you can get a shoe clean that would clean shoes for $2 a pop. Sure, it adds cost, but if you're getting it cheap enough, it's an easy way to kind of hack as much as you possibly can.
Right. Yeah, I think Renzi does used shoes.
Yep.
And he's huge.
Yep.
New York is probably, well, where I am in Long Island, almost impossible. Mm-hmm. Like the thrift stores here is like, there's just nothing here. Everyone has money. Thrift stores are packed with people. It's not an excuse. I'm pretty sure you could find it. Mm-hmm. I'll just go to the Nike store though.
Yep. And plus it fits your business model too, right? So as long as it fits your business model, you can keep scaling it out. Don't try to switch, like this is for everybody. Don't try to switch business models like halfway through. Try to focus on one, scale that to a reasonable spot, and then you can then switch, right? Or then add another second stream of income. Because if you're switching too many times or you have too many business models going on, it does like it commingles everything where you can't, it makes it so much harder to scale, right? Try to figure out the processes you want in place and then scale. And then once you hit that, let's say the 500,000 that you wanted on Amazon, then you can switch to the secondary thing that you can then say, okay, this Amazon store, I can feel like it's getting kind of maxed out because like maybe I'm doing RA and there's only so much time in the day. Then I'm gonna switch to that everything store that I can push a lot more product through like that way. So hopefully that does help everybody out just in general. Cool, man. James, thank you. I think we're good on time. Anybody have any other questions? If not, I think I need to answer some questions down below real fast. 100%. And then Paulo, I'm not sure what you mean in the direct message. Just shoot me it again. Other than that, thank you guys for your time, first and foremost. Second, we'll have this every Tuesday. New people coming in, thank you for joining us. Anybody has any questions, you can always message me. Can you send a transcription? Yes, so Travis, we'll put this on YouTube as well.
Hi, can I have a suggestion?
Yep, shoot.
Tatiana was saying about Shop Goodwill.
Yep.
I also buy from Shop Goodwill, but their pricing on shipping is ridiculous. You go over to the left and just buy from your local Goodwill. There is no shipping.
Really?
You just pick it up once a week. And I've done that and saved a ton of money on shipping.
Very cool. I like that's a good tip. Definitely good tip on that side. Yeah. So like if on that side, a Shop Goodwill has individual locations, like you're saying, make sure you go to that location. You can then pick up for free as well. You can stack as many items as you can. I love Shop Goodwill. I love buying online. I think it is the future just in general as well. Oh, what do you mean? Let's see if I can find Casey. Ungated. Yeah, Casey, yeah, ask James. I think he's in the Facebook group if we can help you out with getting ungated. There's a few ways to get ungated. The easiest way is one, have an old school account. Two is you can then upload invoices from from a distributor or manufacturer to get ungated as well. Or third, you can obviously some things will get ungated the more you sell on Amazon.
Yeah, it's just been hard where like I love my Amazon shop and it's new. and I sold like a few $100 just to get a few fashion brands ungated.
Yep.
But it's hard to find, like if I buy a pallet, it's all mixed brands, not just one brand.
Yep.
So then I have to apply for each brand. But maybe James would chat with me a little bit just to give, like when he was talking, I got these big stars in my eyes. I was like, oh, I just want to sell the brand, you know? So
is there a specific brand you're talking about?
Yeah, we should definitely chat. I mean, I really can't sell a ton of brands. There's only a few they'll let me sell. So I don't know. I see it gets better. The more you sell, obviously, the more they open up, but it's kind of hard with the ones that I have to find a palette of just that brand, you know?
I'm having the same issue, and I've had my account for 7 years now, but
No,
I guess
no.
January 1st, they just started a new gating process. So yeah, James, start a thread in the group.
Yeah.
All right, I will.
Thanks. You gave me hope because I was about to be like, forget it. I can't deal with it anymore. It's too tricky, you know, but I love it. Things sell fast and they're just, I don't know. It is a different game, but I do love it.
What we're trying to do, the next steps for like the processing to Amazon, is we're actually trying to then see which brands you are gated from and then be able to push that merchant fulfilled into your Amazon store. That's kind of the next step we're thinking, because it gets rid of people.
Wouldn't it be great if they allowed pre-owned things?
They actually do a lot of time, not really clothing.
Electronics, right? Maybe not clothes though.
So is it mostly boutique clothing then for clothes on Amazon? I have a ton of boutique inventory because that's what I started with originally on Poshmark. And I just, you know, people aren't buying it as well because brands aren't as known. And I don't know what to do
Switch
with
it to new with tags. Tatiana, switch it to new with tags and it will go quick. We just did that. I switched all my boutique to new with tags and it's going like crazy.
On eBay or Amazon?
On Poshmark.
On Poshmark? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just switch it to new with tags instead of the boutique label and it should go better.
Just put it under general items instead of boutique?
Yeah, like just unclick the toggle that says boutique.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it works. But yeah, so I had Hammoq move all of my Poshmark over to eBay and I'm so happy that I did it. It's been just over a month. And I feel like eBay was like someone that keeps begging you to go out with them, like a suitor, and you don't want to go, but then you finally go and it's not that bad. It's actually great. So I'm so happy that you guys have been able to do this for me. I mean, in just over a month, it pulled in, you know, 6 times what I paid you to do it. Yeah, so 100%. It's been great.
And then what was your sales? What was your sales this month in terms of eBay?
It was like right at $3,000, which, you know, to have 3 streams of income at similar, right about that level. It's like, wow, I just added one in a few days, you know, like it was so eye-opening.
How did you do that with the cross-posting everything? Because I've done it manually myself
It didn't work when I did it myself. I'm not like Ty didn't pay me to say this. I swear. I did it with like Vendu and it was horrible. I was like, what am I doing? There's so many questions and so many things that I just blew it all off and didn't have the right verbiage. And I feel like Hammoq's so much better with their email, their eBay verbiage and like filling in every single annoying category. I just didn't do that. When I tried it last spring with Vendu, I was like, okay, I have some listings. They just was not a solid attempt on my part. So yay, it's working. We have 780 items on eBay now. And I didn't at the start of the year. So
nice.
To go from that and have a whole new level of income coming in from another. And the offers are so solid on eBay. Yay. The Poshmark offers are not good. Like the eBay offers are much closer to what I'm asking. And the average sale price was at $47 an item, where on Poshmark it was $19. So I can't even believe how great this has been in 1 month.
Also, look where the traffic's coming from, guys. That's the reason why like Amazon does so much volume. The more traffic or the bigger the platform, usually the better listings or the more items you're going to sell and at the higher price because there's more people coming on that, right? That's what you're doing if you're buying offline or you're buying on Shop Goodwill. Look at, I think Casey, this stuck with you last time. So hopefully this will help the other people. Your day trading attention on those products. Wherever those products are, look at where people's attention are, and you can put them on different platforms to then make more money on those. Just because you're the more traffic equals more sales.
Right. Right.
Cool,
No,
guys.
Amazon is awesome because it's so fast, but then I can't list like all of my pre-owned stuff. Not yet. Not the clothes. I mean, I mostly clothes.
I think they will. Honestly, we're looking at even, I think Walmart.com is going to start opening up a lot of that pre-owned clothing because they partnered with ThredUp.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. So that's kind of
like you'll be shopping and it will be like Veronica Beer dress, like Walmart. It's like, wow, you know, it pops up in your like search when you're shopping. So
100%. I gotta jump, guys. Other than that, thank you for joining. And then hopefully I see everybody next Tuesday as well.
Thank you.
See you guys.